Okay, guys, if you don't know the difference between situationships, talking stages, and being exclusive, then let me explain. Today, I'm going to tell you the biggest signs that you are in a situationship. Okay, so first things first, what even is a situationship? It's kind of what it sounds like. It's not a relationship. It's like a situation you're in with a girl or a guy, hence the word situationship. The first sign that you're in one is that it's low-key toxic. You guys are constantly bantering, and there's just sprinkles of toxicity in there.
Wrong! No, a situationship is when a modern woman deludes herself into thinking that because she's banging Ched Nugent on the regular, that somehow means if she holds out, she'll get something exclusive with him, even though the bedroom bandit has made it crystal clear that he wants nothing more. And I personally don't know what's worse, the fact that modern women need to do videos on defining this mess, or the fact that we're about 2 years away from this word being officially added to the dictionary. I think it's inevitable at this point. Humans forming emotional bonds with each other is more or less going the way of the dodo thanks to these broads being filled with enough self-delusion that it's enough to bring down the Hindenburg. Completely oblivious to the fact that these broads could have had a chance if they just understood that there was nothing wrong with the league where they should have been playing all along. But that's just as impossible as a modern woman's ability to be happy. It's just not happening.
Number 2, it's inconsistent. One day they love you, the next they're blocking you. This is the difference between situationships and talking stages, because talking stages are more consistent. Okay, number 3, you guys have this magnetic pull with one another, and you get jealous when they talk to other people. But like, you're not exclusive. You get jealous if they talk to other girls or guys, but it's like not your place to be jealous, so you can't even say anything. If you are 2 out of 3 of these things, you're in a situationship. If you want to turn a situationship into an actual relationship though, then stay tuned because my next video is how to do that.
Nope. That would be a waste of time.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. In order for a relationship to actually happen, both parties need to be interested in doing so. And if you find yourself constantly in this guy's bed with no other commitment, then that's the best you're going to do because there's no chance in hell that you're going to get this guy to commit to you. By pushing the issue, all you're doing is making this guy come to the realization that your damnation cave of fiery discharges isn't worth the handle of actually dealing with your crap. He'll just move on to one of the other girls that make you jealous. And then you'll cry on the internet, swear off the dating apps, re-download the dating apps, and hope that the next bed you hop into will be the last one. But it won't. Thanks to your prolonged exposure to multiple bedroom partners, it's left you incapable of being able to emotionally connect with any other human being, thus repeating the cycle. So when you think about it, a situationship is just a one-word response to the definition of insanity. Go figure.
I can see that this discussion is going in circles. So we're gonna go now. Okay?
One of my friends has a boyfriend who just acts right. He's just such a good guy, such a good boyfriend, and I think she trained him to be that way. I know she trained him to be that way because I've been observing their relationship, and I observe a lot of other relationships where girls don't do this. She, from day one, has just had a no tolerance policy for bull. Him showing up late to their dates, him not calling her when he says he's gonna call her, not telling her things, keeping things back. No, that does not fly in her book.
You don't know what words mean, do you?
You know what, lady? I might not have your keen observation skills, but I don't need them. I can already tell that you're a life failure. This notion that men need to be trained not only shows your taste in men, but it also shows your complete ignorance to how men work. I'm willing to bet anything that this chick's boyfriend is legitimately a good guy, because they actually do exist. They're just ignored about 95% of the time because modern women would rather torture themselves than accept that average men can be a solid match. But you've spent so much time chasing after the wrong dudes that you think that all men are just immature animals that require training. But here's the question, woman. If you know the secret to this training of men, then why is your only real experiences with relationship coming from jealously watching other couples? Men are not dogs. We are not trained. If we want to be with you, we will put forth the effort to make it known. But it looks to me like you've yet to find the man who actually wants to do that. I mean, it would be a miracle at this point if you found a guy like that. I personally don't know anybody that dumb, and that's saying something.
And when they were first getting to know each other and starting their relationship, she wasn't afraid of that driving him away or that scaring him. Like, so be it. These are my standards. If you don't, like, act right. If you don't meet them and you don't want to do that, fine. You're not going to be my boyfriend. And now she has a perfect boyfriend and an awesome relationship. And he loves her to death and he's such a great guy. And, like, truly is one of my favorite relationships to witness. So I have been taking notes. Don't be afraid to uphold the no tolerance policy.
Great plan.
Thank you.
He likes your plan, Chief.
I hate to break it to you, sister, but in order for you to take notes, you actually need to know how to use a pen, and have a first grade reading level, and to know what note-taking actually entails. But when you talk about this favorite relationship you love to gawk at, I can come to one of two conclusions. One, you're wrong and the dude is genuinely a good guy, or your friend has worn this guy down so much that he keeps up appearances in front of you. At this point in human history, either one is equally plausible. Either way, this plan of yours won't work. You're entering into a relationship from a feigned sense of superiority and intellect to which you both lack in spades. Like you think you're smarter than the man, and you really shouldn't do that. The men you desire can smell the delusion you're trying to peddle from a mile away, and they're not going to tolerate that form of behavior. It's disrespectful, and it makes it clear that you're not worth any time in any capacity. I would tell you to change your tune, but it's far too late for you. Your delusion and desperation reeks alongside a mixture of sulfur, paint thinner, and month-old unrefrigerated Chinese food.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, it's a formidable scent. It stings the nostrils.
Do I look too hot for a first date right now? Like, I don't know this person. But, like, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. And by me, I mean him.
That's why I praise the Lord for prostitutes.
Oh, you pathetic little freak show. You're not on a date. No self-respecting man would ever want to be seen in public with you dressed like that. You see, woman, you're completely wrong. You're not dressing for this imaginary date of yours. You're dressing for the simps to shower you with likes, attention, and financial donations. But unfortunately, I'm finding myself flat broke at the moment. So get this. I'm at the arcade the other night and I come across this Aero Fighters machine. And you can't walk past an Aero Fighters machine without playing it. It's just not done. But the bastard is such a quarter muncher and I can't help but keep playing. I mean, just look at that. It's just giving you the finger, challenging you to keep playing. And that's a business model I can support wholeheartedly. So the next thing I know, I spent my last $10 playing this game when I should have been at the Intergalactic Space Insurance Office renewing my policy for my intergalactic bounty hunting space cruiser. But luckily enough for me, I realized that it was a bank holiday and the office was closed. I never did beat Aero Fighters, but it's the journey one takes with the intergalactic space god Rum Legofern that makes it all worthwhile. All hail!
Hell yeah!
PSA to all the guys that go to the gym. Let me turn off the TV really fast. I left my dog in the cage and she goes buck wild crazy when I leave her there. So I put on some Disney movies for her. And yes, I'm wearing a filter because I don't have any makeup on and I look like today. But please, y'all, for the love of God, if a woman is at the gym and she is getting her workout in, please do not come up to her mid-set to try to have a conversation. I don't care if your intention is to like ask her out. I don't care if your intention is to give her a good compliment, to ask her how her day's going, to sell her the Bible. I don't give a shit. You just, please just don't come up to us mid-set. Clearly, I just got back from the gym, but I actually ended up leaving early because I felt so uncomfortable with how this shit was going. And I'm not one of those girls that like cries, oh my God, this guy is looking at me. Like, no, leave people the fuck alone. Like, I don't believe in bullying men at the gym either.
Liar, liar, liar.
But it is really fucking uncomfortable when I walk into the gym and I don't have like anybody else with me. And I dress like this when I go to the gym. Like, I dress like every other gym girly, so I don't want to fucking hear from people who are like, oh, well, the way that you're dressing is kind of asking for it. No, it's not, Becky. I live in fucking Houston, Texas. It's 92 degrees outside, and there's barely AC at the gym that I go to.
You hear what I said? Do you hear what I said? Hey, pal, your excuses are your own.
Lady, please, you should just stop now because we already know you're full of crap. Think about this from my perspective. You went to the gym, dressed like a TikTok gym girl, and some dude hit on you. And your reaction was to get on your phone and record a rant while still wearing your revealing clothing. You don't take a shower, you don't dress modestly, you don't even take time to put on any makeup. And you make sure your boobage is on full display so you can complain about how some dude was hitting on you at the gym. You're not fooling anyone, woman. You're trying to jump on the gym shaming bandwagon and bully dudes who go to the gym to work out and not hit on you. This trend has single-handedly ruined gyms for men across the country. It was one of the last bastions of men to have some peace, and you stole that thanks to your dumbass rants that mean next to nothing. You're just annoyed that the men who actually do talk to you at the gym aren't the ones you want. So you pretend to feel angry and unsafe and make the gym even more of an unnecessary minefield hellhole than it's already become. And you do it for likes and subs. So thanks for nothing for that one, woman.
I actually went to my apartment gym today and it was actually even worse than the gym that I go to. Like, I walk in and the minute I walk in, like, I already see this dude, like, fucking eyeing me down. And I'm not, like, again, I'm not saying what his intentions were. He could have, like, all good intentions.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
But it's fucking uncomfortable, right? And yes, this guy was fucking looking at me because every time I would look in the mirror, like, the guy was, like, literally peering around equipment looking. And no, it wasn't like he was looking at himself because, like, I locked eyes with him numerous times. But it just got more uncomfortable when I was in the middle of doing a single leg press on the shitty little piece of equipment they have because, again, it's an apartment gym. And, like, I'm halfway between, like, my leg is literally, like, I'm pushing. My leg is literally here. And the dude stops his workout. He literally was on the what is it called? The Smith machine. He was actually doing the benching on the Smith machine, and this is the only moment I can think about it because it's like, it's the Smith machine, right?
What's that, shit? It's a shit smell. Is that you? Smells like pop-pop.
So let me get this straight. You were so uncomfortable and traumatized and felt so unsafe to the point where you're finding yourself laughing because you couldn't remember the name to the Smith machine? Yeah, that sounds awful. Your life must be one pathetic, unsafe mess. But what exactly are you expecting, lady? You're walking into a gym and you're dressed like that. Dudes are gonna look at you. That's how it works. They're not touching you, they're not invading your personal space, and they're watching. Sure, it's awkward, but they're not doing anything inherently wrong. And if you feel uncomfortable, then that's your problem. Make like the rest of us and just deal with it and move on with your life. Men are under no obligation to make you feel safe in a gym, especially when you support and propagate a gym culture that makes the gym literally dangerous for men. So dangerous to the point where men are canceling their memberships and buying home equipment because that's the only way they can work on themselves without you invading their personal lives with your petty garbage.
So I'm literally down here about ready to push on the fucking machine because I was at number 5 of fucking 8. And the guy walks up and I see him halfway. He literally puts down the bench. The Smith machine bench, walks over to me. He's sitting right here. Like, I couldn't miss him because he's in my peripheral vision. So I give him a look and he, like, I take out my earbud and I give him this fucking look because I like, what the f-? And the guy goes, "Do you compete?" I literally pause a second. I'm like, "No, I don't compete." He just goes, "Oh, okay," and walks away. Continue my workout, but then I get to the next workout with a single leg RDLs, and the guy then walks up to me halfway through, and I just fucking ignore him by that point because I was like so fucking fed up. I didn't want to have another conversation after him staring at me numerous fucking times. And then once I finished that workout, I ended up actually leaving because I could see him waiting to come up to me again. It was just like, guys, please don't do that. Please, just for the love of God. I'm about to run out of time, but this is just a PSA just to say, guys, please, if you're gonna talk to somebody, at least wait until the workout's over and don't be fucking weird about it. Just, if you wanna say hi, come up after the workout and say hi. Don't do it mid fucking set.
I don't think any of that's true.
Do you honestly think men are listening to you right now, darling? Do you honestly think your stunning and brave story about how a man victimized you with a poorly timed question will somehow change men's perspectives on how they should interact with people at the gym? And what we're thinking is you need to shut up and stop acting like your life is so hard because some dude at a gym that's in your apartment complex was looking at you while you worked out. There are people out there with actual problems in need of someone to talk to, and you're stealing their time because you're just butthurt that Tyrone has better ways to waste his time than dealing with you. That's the real issue here. You want attention, but you only want it from the men you find attractive. Well, sweetheart, it doesn't work that way. Men are gonna look at you no matter what. Some are gonna bother you. It's called life, and society's not gonna change to make you feel better and safe, because you'll never feel safe. You'll always find another excuse to complain, and that is because your life is empty and meaningless. I just wanted to take a second to thank all of you guys who checked to make sure you were still subbed to this channel and to make sure you were still receiving notifications. YouTube likes to fight dirty. There's no way around it. So making sure that all of the proverbial ducks are in a row actually does mean a lot to me. So thanks again. And if you're new here and enjoy my particular brand of humor, then I hope I've earned your subscription. Also, make sure to like this video and leave some comments and share it with the guys you know, because the more you do that, the bigger the middle finger we can give to this YouTube algorithm bastard. Thanks again for watching the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.